Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to do a base makeup look centered around the people that are suffering from acne. I personally have been dealing with acne for probably 15 years now. It does come and go. I feel like now I kind of got down the routine that works great for my skin. This is also a good pick-me-up type of makeup when you just feel discouraged, you feel a little bit dull and just not up for anything. So a little bit of makeup to boost your confidence. And also my skin is oily generally, but some days I do have dehydrated skin, especially around the forehead area and the chin area, and sometimes I would get this on my cheek area, which totally depends. So right now this is what my skin is looking. Obviously it's a lot brighter than what it used to look like. And I have this massive breakout, which is so annoying, but yeah, we are going to cover that. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. I did not do my brows for today because this is going to be a very simple look. It's not complex. This is just usually the makeup that I go for if I just want to put something on my face and make me look presentable. As you can see, I have really dark under eye circle. I have some breakouts happening, and also my skin feels a little bit dehydrated around this area. I have applied my sunscreen. Always apply your sunscreen. And then I am going to show you how I do my brows. I use this soap right here from Pear. You can get this from any supermarket. I believe this costs $2 New Zealand, but if you're in like other countries, it might cost you like $1. It's still pretty inexpensive, and I like this because it's transparent, so it's not gonna come out white on your brows. So I'm going to quickly lay down my brows. I like to spritz mine with a setting spray and use an angled brush to really dig into the soap, and then I'll lay and manipulate my brows. I like to press it with the other end of the brush to get them to dry and stay in place. I like to let them fully dry before I go in and fill it in with a brow pencil. So I usually do 2 primers depending on what I wanted to achieve. So for today, I kind of want a little bit of glow to kind of conceal that dehydration as well as coverage. So I'm going to start out with this Physicians Formula Spotlight Primer. This has got a little bit of pearlescent to it, so this would be great for highlighting, making you look pretty glowy. For my actual primer, I have been using this e.l.f. Luminous Matte Primer. Typically focus this on the areas where I have a lot of textures, like my cheek area has got acne marks, so I like to center it on there, and also in the middle of the brows and my chin. So I really press that into the skin. For the base today, I am going to start with a concealer. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpt Concealer, and I have the shade Warm Beige. This is my actual shade that I use for the foundation. So I like to use this if I want to just quickly head out of the door. I like to pinpoint where I want to conceal my face. So I have some breakouts here and here and here. I don't have a problem putting this directly on my breakouts since I'm the only person that is using this. So I like to pop that on the areas where I really need help. For no makeup days, I don't like my under eye to be bright. I like it to be the same shade as my face, because let's face it, when you're naturally not wearing makeup, you don't have a really bright under eye, you know what I mean? So then I will grab a flat brush and just start blending that. And what I like about that concealer is that it's very blendable. It gives a good coverage, as well as it's so easy to manipulate. And I could even just get away with wearing that, But because my skin is a little bit dehydrated, I am going to go over it with a skin tint to give a little bit of hydration back. I am going to then apply the Pixi H2O skin tint. So this one is in the shade Warm, number 3. I like to put this over the concealed area because this will give hydration back to my skin, as well as it gives that cooling effect. Also, it will add a little bit of coverage. As you can see, my face is looking a lot more glowier and healthier. So then I like to finish it off with a sponge just to pick up excess product. I usually just pick up a pressed powder and a small blending brush to really buff that onto my under eye because I tend to crease. So buffing the powder on to the crevices of my under eye helps to make it not crease. And before I set my face, I actually am going to apply this super cheek gel from Pixi. It's a very sheer blush formula, which is great for under the blush. It will just make everything so long lasting. I like to pop that. I don't like to blend this specific blush with my finger because it is a gel formula. It tends to lift the foundation up. So what I do is I kind of just dab a little bit of that onto my cheek and then slowly go in. So to set my whole face, I like to use the Nars Light Reflecting Loose Powder because I find that it sets my face, but it still gives me a little bit of luminosity without making me look super greasy. So I like to tap. And I use the teeny tiniest bit. So I'm just quickly going to fill it in with the e.l.f. Brow Precise Ultimate Precise Brow Pencil. I actually like my brows to be a little bit lighter and softer because it just gives that romantic, simple look. So we are going to move on to bronzing and setting the blush. I'm going to use the Mellow Cosmetics Stardust Glow palette, and I'm going to pick up the bronzer in here with a Real Techniques blush brush. A little of this goes a very long way, so what I like to do is to just tap a little bit, and it can get a little bit powdery, and I like to start in my forehead. On my cheek area, I like to tap it because I have a little bit of discoloration and breakout around that area that I do not want to disturb the foundation. So usually I will just tap and swipe upwards. That way we deposit enough pigment to the face. On my nose, I like to just use whatever excess I have on the brush. And then to set the blush, I'm going to go and put a teeny tiny bit of this blush. It's a little bit pigmented, so just be mindful. I like to just tap once and tap the excess on my hand. I kind of like it to be a little bit blushy as well. And for highlighter, I am going to use a dual fiber fan brush, and I'm going to use, actually I'm going to mix the two, Star and Luna. I like to just go on the high points of my face. I used to do it all the way to the back, but it doesn't really flatter my face because I have such a small face, and it doesn't really flatter much if I were to apply it all the way back. So what I've been doing is I kind of drag it down and blend it to the blush area. Also, this is where I have my breakout, so I don't really want to intensify that even more. And I'm going to pop a little bit of, let's go for Star, which is that gold, into the inner corner. For the eyes, I typically just use one shade, so I would go in with whatever bronzer I use and just lay that color down. Some days I like to leave my face just like this. I don't even bother applying any mascara at all because it just makes it more I woke up like this type of look. And I like to pop a little bit of the highlighter, just dab it because I don't want a intense strip of color. So I am going to quickly pop on some mascara and then we're going to move on to the lip. I typically look for a mascara that will just give me length, not so much for volume, because since we have very minimal, I can't say that word, but very minimal makeup, I don't want to have like a spidery mascara. So here are my lashes. So I'm going to use the Kosas wet lip oil. This one is in the shade Dip, and I like the tone of this because it's like the same color of my natural lips but glossier. Last but not the least, I'm going to go back to the fixing spray. And this completes my pick me up everyday makeup for acne prone skin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this helped a few of you, especially the ones that suffers acne. Honestly, it's more so a trial and error. I feel your pain. I've been there, and I am so glad that I finally found products that works for my skin type and that delivers me what I wanted, hence this face. So yeah, please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.